Good morning Year 5 and welcome to another week of maths. This week our focus is going to be on decimals. So last week we looked at, my gosh, I'm trying to think what you did last week. What did you do? Fractions, of course it was fractions. Lots of good work on fractions. And we've learnt all these skills before, so it's just about kind of ticking them over in our heads and making sure that we're not forgetting our methods. Okay, we've looked at adding and subtracting fractions before. Fractions, decimals before. So I just want us to recap that, and then I think we're going to carry this decimal work on to next week as well, because there's lots and lots of stuff that we've got to cover that I think you'll be able to do at home. Okay, so make sure you watch this video really carefully. Keep going back over it if you need whilst you're doing your worksheet to check it out. Okay. So the key things we need to remember when we are adding decimals. So let's start with a simple one. I'm going to have 2.4 add 2.8. Okay? Exactly like we do our normal addition, we are setting it out in our columns. Okay? So it's going to be column addition. So the easiest way is to set it out like this. Now, the key thing to remember is to make sure those decimal points stay aligned. So you might want to put it in your answer already so that you've got a straight line of those decimal points so they're not jumping around anywhere. And then you simply add in like you normally would. So 8 add 4, always start with the biggest number. So 8 in your head, count on 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. My 2 is going to go here, and I'm going to carry the 10 over. Then I'm going to do 2 add 2 add 1, which should give me 5. So then my answer should be 5.2. Okay, so that's quite a simple one with just a decimal point, one decimal space after the point, and then a unit. Okay, so we'll look at one that's a bit trickier, that we might find a bit trickier. So you might be looking at this and thinking, oh, I'm not sure how to set that out. As long as you line up your decimal points, you will add it correctly. So you can start with even number, however you want. I'm going to start with 19 on the top. So I've got 19.4 add. Now, the 3, that is a unit. So where is your unit in this number, or ones? It's here. So it's going to, that's not a 10. So it's not going to go under the 10 here, it's going to go under the ones column. So my 3 is going to go here, my decimal point is lining up, my 1, and then my 7. Okay. Now, I've said to you in class, and I'm going to put my decimal point here, if there is a gap, are we adding anything? Hopefully you're thinking, no, we're not adding anything, which is right. If you want to, if it makes it easier for you, you can put a 0 in there, so that you know you're not adding anything. Okay, so on the first one, 0 add 7, my answer should be 7. Then I've got 4 add 1, which is 5. 9 add 3, put the big number in your head, 9. 10, 11, 12. Again, I'll put my 2 here, I carry the 1, 1 add 1, 2. So I should get 22.57. Remember, we say 57, not 57. Okay, 22.57. So you can see I've lined it all up, and I've put my 0 in there just in case. We're going to go through one more. Okay, so a bit bigger now. So again, you can start with even number because you're adding. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's the bigger number on top or the bottom. Okay, this time I'll start with the smaller number, so 46.9 add. Now, I've got a hundreds number here. So has this number got any hundreds? No, it hasn't. So it's got tens and ones. So my 2 is going to go in my imaginary hundreds column here. Then I can line up my tens, the 5 and the 1, and then my decimal point is lining up straight underneath. Then my 7 and my 7. Okay, again, if you want to, put the 0 in to show that you are not adding anything there. And again, pop that decimal point in so you know where it's going. So then 0 adds 7, 7, 9 adds 7, big number in your head, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So my 6 will go here, I'll carry the 1. 6 add 1 add 1 will give me 8. 4 add 5, 9, and then my 2 carries down. Okay, so watch that over again if you're not too sure, but make sure if you've got squared paper, that's brilliant. If not, make sure you're just lining up those decimals to help without adding today. Okay, the starter is on your sheet today, so have a go at that first, and then you can go onto your worksheet for the rest of these. Okay, good luck, Year 5.